able to get into a winning position in that round. And well, they're not going to be in a winning position for the pistol round as their entry in Nova goes down to Wizard. So it's already a bit of a disadvantage for GFU as Wizard even able to sneak away off of the site.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge as they tried to do a little bit of crunch. They didn't get as much damage as they wanted, but Wizard being so stable on the site with the Cypher, able to find the pick on the Nova, which gives them a player advantage heading into this post-plant, which is going to be really interesting because look how spread out RME is as CeeLo finds Aaron Red.
A great shot from CeeLo, but turning at the wrong time. Bit of unfortunate timing there. So now, with all those kills coming through, it's GFU to try and pick things up, and it's going to be all up to Snorlax in the 1v2, but can't best CeeLo. A great 3K on the pistol, and also a player that I wanted to highlight. They know when to cut the brakes, and they know that their opponents are on a weaker buy here, so they just want to force them into positions where they're uncomfortable taking these engagements. Luckily, Minty manages to get one, but Rudy Rojas manages to slip the net through the turret and has collected two in the back and makes it a third as well. So this is all over for GFU on this eco round.
Yeah, no bombs for Aaron Red. Will get picked by Wizard on the C side, and that was just beautiful from Rudy.
To note, that Thrash feels like it's been sat on for a few rounds. Luckily, it will get popped here. Wizard actually chooses to back off, so he'll go down most likely as he's detained in the back of the site with no potential for a trade. Rudy Rojas actually does manage to cut off Snorlax on the way in, but it's absolute chaos that RME are currently thriving in. Nova tries to make something happen, but it all comes down to Alpaca in the 1v3. Has the spike, but possibly won't have a chance if RME play together, but they've actually separated here. So now Alpaca has picked up 2 kills and has even recovered the Thrash, so can track down CeeLo here and gets the detain. So this is most likely gonna be a round for Alpaca unless CeeLo can pull out the gun in time. But no, Alpaca wins the 1v3 to get GFU on the board. So as long as they clean up their play, they shouldn't be running into something like that again. However, with the lockdown coming through, it's once again Wizard in a situation where it's very difficult to find any value. So he's going to just choose to abandon the site. And they're going to play for this retake. Mr. Seed starts it out well, gets a kill on a Nova, and through the wall manages to take out Alpaca as well. CeeLo contributes, and so now this is all left up to one player on GFU. It's none other than Snorlax in the 1v5, and as he's pinged out, has no hope of winning this round. All the teams have access to a ton of information on this map and a lot of experience playing it inside of this league specifically. So we need to be seeing something better from GFU, or else it's going to be a very difficult climb for them to come back inside of this series. Nova has been trying to claw their team forward at times, and they managed to find themselves on the B bomb site. Teleporting in, or actually I believe that was
Minty.
That was Minty teleporting in to support his team. So they have all 4 members here ready to act. As the Rolling Thunder comes through, it's going to be Aaron Red as the first contact, and as she's concussed, she won't be able to find any value. Snorlax goes down as well without anything to show, and so now Minty, under pressure from the Flash, can't get anything as well. It's all up to Nova in the 1v3. Gets the first, but half on the spike means you have to be aggressive on this, and does just that. So it could be another fumble here from RME. The paint shell flushes out Mr. Seed and puts him low HP. There's not a lot of time to work with here, but Nova not able to pull it off. We won't see heroics once again. Instead, RME will stabilize here. Absolutely dissecting them over here in the rubble position. He's managed to lurk up close to this box once again, and don't tell me it's not a clear. Snorlax tries to clear it, but it's eventually traded back. Rudy's still good for 1. Aaron Red, who's been pretty solid throughout this series, at least for a 9-1.5, manages to trade it back, and Nova even gets Mr. Seed. So even man count as this plant goes down. This is a round that GFU could collect. It's looking pretty decent for them. But as these RME players are pinching in, it's gonna come down to someone stepping up, and Nova has found 2 in this round already. So secures the man advantage. They can just play the numbers. One player is low HP, so will most likely be the bait. And as RME look to push out of the same smoke, CeeLo gets the opening kill. On the defuse is Wizard, but CeeLo gets a double here. It comes all down to CeeLo versus Nova. CeeLo's just sticking the spike, gets it to half. Nova has to peek and does exactly that. 4 on the round, and finally, GFU have found another round. Going to be improving at all here for the side of GFU, and they are able to scrap together a buy here. And Nova even gets a double on the site, so maybe some better form being found. But no matter what, they can still only get a 9-3 half, which feels so difficult to come back from. And CeeLo, that player we said is extremely consistent on this roster, will continue her ways in that. Wizard has to back off of this C site, but look at this pinch coming in from Mound.
Oh, this is gonna be either really good or really bad.
And manages to get the timing and is trying to retake this position, but as all of GFU push through to it, they want to play the spam. So they're gonna be able to secure this position. With the smokes off the board, they can just sit back and take these kills. CeeLo, though, pushing forward, 3 on the round, looking for potentially an ace, as Wizard is only on 28 HP, 4 on the round, not able to get the 5th, but Wizard is there to trade. So insane shots will lead RME to a 10-2 half. What are you supposed to do against that if you're GFU? This map feels like it's just destined to be lost. But a pistol round could set them up to potentially make a little bit of a comeback. It'll definitely be the start that they're looking for, as RME is left scrambling inside of this pistol. They have not been able to get a foothold. Finally, Wizard gets 1, and Nemesis even trades it back. But such low HP on both of these players means that it should be GFU securing
all but good. As I mean, they got 3 rounds at least. It's still essentially a total blowout, but okay, that was okay. Held my breath for a second. AK, it's gonna be potentially a 5v5 retake. We don't know what Rudy's gonna do yet, as Minty is watching, so that definitely could change how the round turns out.
If they give up the site, the thing that is most dangerous is that Stinger. If it's able to close that gap, it can definitely find a lot of impact. However, Rudy Rojos won't find any in this round, as he's taken out early by none other than the other Omen, Minty. So now, RME have to make it work at a man disadvantage. They've managed to find the site here, so that Stinger can start to close this gap. It'll start doing exactly the damage I was alluding to. Minty, able to trade it back, has been rock solid in this round, but what else do you have for us? Because now you guys have to retake against 2 rifles. This is still a dangerous position. It could spiral out of hand so quickly. A satchel sent out to force Nemesis into a peek, but these trades are not going GFU's way, as all of the feed lights up RME, and they managed to convert this thrifty. In their approach, everything was seemingly clicking, and then it all just disappeared.
And disappeared is one way to put it. I mean, it kind of felt like RME kind of adapted to them as Wizard finds Nova, and this just feels so hard.
And even Minty put on 1 HP from that showstopper means that this retake is going to get so damn hard. Aaron Red manages to take out 1, but Wizard from the rubble position gets 2 with the Odin. Aaron Red dinked. Rudy Rojos just sending it in with the shrouded step, but at this point it doesn't particularly matter. He can feed all he wants. CeeLo is there to make sure this game goes RME's way.
Game that just found so much value as well. Able to do a whole bunch of fun things, as look how aggressive this is from Rudy. Does die to Nova, that's huge.
Yeah, we need to see some early momentum here, and Nova looks to start it out, but CeeLo, that consistent player that we've talked about, gets one. Wizard quick to trade CeeLo's life back as Nova tries to barrel in towards that market position and does manage to pick up the kill. Doesn't keep their life, but they've at least secured an even man count for this post plant.
It's going to be quite interesting as they have 2 players for spam and just leaving Snorlax to his lone son. He's going to get flashed and will probably get taken down here, which is really bad because now it's a 2v3.
Yeah, this retake has been really solid so far. Good coordination here, and it's just going to continue. It's Mr. C to collect all 3 kills here in the post plant to secure a pistol inside of Sunset. Looking to sing a song of greatness on these site holds, and Wizard will start it out well, quickly traded back by Aaron Red, but at least secures information to CeeLo that it was a lot of pressure coming through onto B. A site though is going to be under even more pressure as Nova manages to secure an opening kill on it, but it seems like this is all just a set play here from the side of GFU as they're slowly wrapping their way around. They've corralled RME into not knowing where this execute is coming through because they were so spread out this entire time. Rudy, through the smoke though, manages to get Snorlax, so this attack will suddenly find a disturbance that Rudy just continues to press, and Nemesis even gets one more, so it's all left up to Nova. We saw some heroics from you before. Can you manage it once again? Nemesis with a very questionable double satchel in, so that's going to give the reset on the paint shells, and Nova is teed up to win this round as CeeLo now has to contend against the clock. Nova jiggling out, gets the hit, gets the shots off, but not able to kill. CeeLo gets it to half and manages to win out the round. The most consistent player for RME does it again. A lot more back and forth. This is what we were wanting on Lotus. Yes, RME still in the lead here, but at least we are seeing life from GFU. Alpaca gets one. As he goes down, the spike is isolated on the other side of the map, so all of GFU are left scrambling to try and recover this. They don't manage to deal with this assault though from RME as another one is collected, and their hope for this round begins to dwindle away.
Yeah, that is not what you want, as Nemesis is just so strong sometimes. You know, hasn't been able to find much this game so far, but those 2 picks definitely help out so much as Nova's gonna need to find something special. Does find Nemesis, but it's still a... Oh, it's actually a 3v3. My apologies, the Nemesis is gonna push in.
Between so many positions though, but the coverage is there from Minty, so they're all of a sudden back into it until the Magic Man does it once again. A 2K with the Odin. It's all left up to Snorlax in the 1v2. Throws out the mosh, or throws out the narrow theft, but is caught off by the mosh pit. He just goes through though, and it's not able to be traded back. It's a 1v1 here. 20 seconds on the clock. Cypher v Cypher. Both players have an idea for where each other are, but Wizard is just rotating off. He wants to go to the B site. They have a shot in this round. It could go either way, and this is such a massive swing round at that. Wizard does confirm the position. Thanks to his camera, he has so much setup here on the B site. He could mastermind this round, but Snorlax neglect him, and he gets the clutch to keep GFU in this game. RME have shown that they can still make it work even with lesser weaponry, especially when they have ultimates like the Thrash, as Mr. Seed sends it forward. Won't be able to get anything with it, but Nemesis with the Guardian will. Shuts down Nova, one of the key players to the success of GFU here is out, and even Rojo from the back manages to take out Minty, so smokes are gone. Aaron Red keeps things going though as Rudy goes down. They find themselves in a 4v3. The defense comes out on top.
Yeah, we'll see what Snorlax can do here. Finds pick on the seal. That is huge. Forces the 3v3. And now there's potential as there's going to be actually a re-hit onto this A site. I don't think RME are really expecting it. Of course, Wizard has the cam there as they've only half rotated with Wizard going, or Nemesis going all the way over. Wow, I mean, this is actually a really nice position for GFU as they make noise.
Yeah, it looked like they were potentially trying to fake things over towards the B site with with Snorlax, but it's not bought at all. Snorlax, though, on this lurk, has managed to get one more kill. So he's going to continue to try and claw forward in this round. And he's managed to slip the net. He's gotten through these defenses. So now it's going to have to be a scramble to try and get this spike and get it planted down. 10 seconds on the board. You have to start sticking this, but it's out in the open. So it's all up to this coverage from Aaron Red. She gets off the spike and they throw away the round.
Where's Snorlax going? One-ways are so strong. I'm not sure if he has one left. We can't see utility on our screen. It doesn't look like it, but that Odin does a lot of work.
Yeah, and as these players just burst through, Wizard will finally be taken out of the board without any contribution in a round. And so GFU have a great shot at pulling this one off as long as we don't see the throws that we've seen in a couple of rounds. Snorlax known to be lurking, so Nemesis is gonna be able to clear that out. Perhaps gonna be kicking himself for playing a bit too proactive there, as this could tee up RME to pull off another crazy clutch as CeeLo picks up Alpaca. Trades are there with Nemesis as well, and the defuse is being stuck here. Nemesis goes huge, showstopper out, and this is an RME round. Joe's barrels into the site with this shorty, is gonna get a free kill. What? Only one shot in the shorty for some reason? So Snorlax gets away with his life off of a miracle, and at this point for GFU, you'll take whatever you can get. So now it is a 5v3 retake here, and they're managing it fairly well so far as Aaron Red gets a Nemesis. The hero for a few rounds here for RME is shut down, and the spike defuse does get to half before CeeLo is able to stop it. But CeeLo going huge here. They luckily are able to just stick the half on that defuse, so it doesn't get too terrible, but still a lot closer than you would have been comfortable for GFU.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, Minty has to make things work with this judge, and Snorlax on that Bulldog might be a bit of a detriment, but Nova and Alpaca, who have been pretty solid members throughout this series, will start it out. Quickly traded back though, so it's the rest of GFU that have to step up or sit down. So looks to be a 3v3 retake, and off the back of the Seekers, the attackers are going to have so much information here to work with. Rudy pushing inside of this smoke is just trying to lurk here, something we know him to do so effectively, and he's managed to slip the net. Shots go awry though, so a chance for GFU as Snorlax collects one onto CeeLo, and that gives them the neural theft as well. They have a way into this round. They have to overcome Wizard, and in the 1v2 they now have the best Rudy Rojos. He's just jiggling, trying to get an opening here, but he won't find one. Aaron Red closes out the round, and it's a good recovery here from GFU. Very start of the round. However, eyes are going to be on Nemesis for this pinch here as they look to try and burst through this market, but Nova inside the smoke just decapitates Rudy with the judge, a position he feels so familiar with. He's been stripped of. So now, once again, Nemesis is going to try to lurk through here, but not able to get any openings here, and Alpaca with one on the seed is quickly responded to by CeeLo, who takes out Nova inside of mid. This round is all over the place at this point, but the execute is coming through onto the B site. It's been an incorrect read from GFU, so they now have to try and scramble back in a retake.
Yeah, it did look like Snorlax actually wanted to... Never mind, I'll finish my thought after this.
I mean, Snorlax is a bit disjointed from the team, gets picked off by Nemesis, a very forward position, and he looks to just fall back as he's hit with so much utility, even dodging the dizzy mid-air. So great acrobatics by him to keep himself inside this round. Thrash is invested, so Wizard will be caught by it, but it's the Outlaw that's taken out. It's the weaker weapon. So now it's all up to GFU to try and stick this spike. They get it to half. Not a lot of contention here. The Nemesis from the back takes out one. A lot of pressure put on. They have this half though, so Wingman is just gonna start defusing that spike. Spam comes through though as the smoke fades. They need to get onto this. Aaron Red, what do you have for coverage? Not able to do it. CeeLo steps up and finds 10 for the side of RME.
Rossos might actually get timing here. Snorlax will hear him, so he can actually tell the team, hey, there's someone here. And yeah, that they should be able to pick him up, but how much time will they have left?
Yeah, he's killed a little bit of time here, so it just allows the players of RME here to play passive on the site, and they're just running down that clock as GFU have to start adding some pace to this. They need to start barreling in. Wingman will start the defuse, but a beautiful shot from CeeLo and kills the Wingman. The value we are seeing from this player is absolutely insane as the stall comes out from the mosh pit. There's no way for GFU to pull off this round unless everybody just dies. And do they have the time? I think not. Oh, it was so close to a curse, but alas, it will elude GFU. RME won that round, or else I feel like I would have had to write a formal apology to them for cursing them to that degree. However, they're looking to finish out this map as they just barrel onto this B site. Snorlax only good for one and quickly traded back by none other than CeeLo. And Rudy Rojos is looking to just cause some chaos in the back of the site. However, it's Mr. C to stand strong against Alpaca, and a quick smoke sent out by Rudy is going to mean he's allowed to play around it. Nova, though, has stepped up big here, too, off the back of getting the showstopper. And so now the defuse is going to become to be stuck. But with Rudy in the back line, he has sealed the fate of GFU as it's all left up to none other than Nova to close out this round. And as the time runs low, Rudy will seal their fate.